Welcome back everyone to a brand new video, and today it is the time for the long awaited Chimera Fiend-Smith deck profile that you guys have been asking for ever since I uploaded my last video that has to do with Chimera Fiend-Smith as well. I have seen a lot of great results with that video, and I am here to thank you guys for that. So without further ado, let's give you guys the long awaited deck profile. But before we get straight into this, someone pointed out in my in one of my latest comments on my last video, am I playing the Fight for Patrick stuff? And the answer is no, I am not as of right now. I have a lot of reasons why I do not play the Fight for Patrick stuff right now. First of all, I don't really want to go over 40 right now, and second of all, I feel like playing the Fight for Patrick engine, like with or without playing the Chimera Fiend-Smith strategy, does not change the impact of my end board all too much. This does help you go second, but I feel like with all the cards that I'm playing in my deck as well, everything already in here helps me go second as well, which is also another reason I'm not playing the Fight for Patrick engine. But something that might impact me to change this up later on for me to change the Fight for Patrick engine is the new fusion monster Duke of Demise. Duke of Demise uses only like two fiend or two zombie monsters in order to fuse, so it might be worth adding in the extra fiends in order for that to be a payoff. And that card gives you an extra normal, so I think when that card comes out, it might be worth it to play the Fight for Patrick engine. But as of right now, it is not worth it in my own opinion, especially that we are not in a solidified meta yet where we don't know all the hand traps that are being played, and draw might be up there when it comes to the hand traps that are being played as well. So you don't want to activate a Fight for Patchwork in order to get drawed right away, or if you see both Chimera and the Fight for Patrick in your hand, I'd rather activate normal summon the Chimera, get access to the Chimera fusion first, and then get drawn after that. And once that happens, your Fight for Patrick is not really useful in your hand. Also, let me know in the comments down below, why would you play the Fight for Patrick engine, or do you agree with me about not playing the Fight for Patrick engine right now? So let me know, right? So going straight to the deck profile, we're playing triple copies of the Gazelle, the King of the Mythical Claws, being able to search your Chimera Fusion or level 5 Fiend monster. Which one of them could be your Big Wing Baphomet or Sinister Necrom, as you're going to be seeing later on. And for the last card we are playing in this section of the cards over here is triple Chimera Fusion. Chimera Fusion and Gazelle, probably some of your most important cards when it comes to the strategy. This is how you get into your fusion cards, and this is probably one of the main ways how you get into your Fiend-Smith engine. So that's going to be it for these cards over here. Going straight to the illusion monsters now, we're going to play triple copies of the Nightmare Apprentice, summoned by discarding a card and being able to search your deck for any of the illusion monsters that I show you right here. So either one of the Diabels, which is an anti-spell only for your opponent, and whenever your opponent sets a card, you're able to pop a card you control, target a card you control, and target one of those set cards and destroy them, right? And there's also a lot of other cards in here that synergize with this card as well. So without using this card effect, whenever your opponent sets a card, you're able to pop it with other cards, and then when it comes to it, you're able to pop the card with this effect as well. So this card is really good in this deck and really easy to go into as well. Playing triple copies of Cornfield Codal, this card bridges you into your Gazelle, your Baphomet, or your Mirror Sword Knight right over here, which is really good as well. This card is not really your main normal summon anymore. You probably go into this card with dumping the Master Tau to your graveyard with your Baphomet Fusion. If you do not have already access to your Fiend-Smith engine, this card is absolutely insane, being able to reborn any illusion monster. But remember, once this card activates this effect, you cannot reborn anything else from the graveyard except for illusion monsters. So remember, you have to do your Fiend-Smith stuff first, and then you go for your Master Tau in the grave, and then you reborn an illusion monster. So that's going to be it for all the illusion monsters you play. You're playing triple copies of the Fiend-Smith Engraver. You can play two of this, and you can also play one of the track, but I play two of it for budget purposes. And if you're playing the engine package as well, you don't need to max out on your Fiend-Smith engine. You can just play 2 and 1 of these, which is completely fine, because of the fact that you're also playing not just the Lori itself, but you're also having the Evil Hero package over here, which you do not need to access this part through the main Fiendsmith engine over here, but the Chimera engine bridges you into this part of the package over here. Then it gets you into your Fiendsmith engraver and so on and so forth. If you guys don't know how this combo goes, I'm gonna put a link in the description below for my last video. I'm teaching you how to do that, and there's a whole bunch of other great content creators as well that shows you this too. So this is gonna be it for your Fiendsmith package over here. And now we go to the non-engine. So we're playing 1 Bestial Magnuma, 1 Bestial Druid Swarm. We're gonna be probably seeing light and dark decks, Fiendsmith stuff as well still. So these cards are really good against it. Ash is really generic against anything. So triple copies of Ash, triple copies of Imperm. Probably one of the best hand traps. Doesn't play into triple tactics talent or thrust. 1 call by. Make sure you are able to play the game. Double tactics talent. Whenever you get a hand trap, you either draw 2, rip a card, or take control of a monster. Really good going first because you could probably rip another card from their hand and use the Chimera over here to rip another card out of your opponent's hand during the end phase. And we're playing triple copies of Forbidden Droplet. You probably have a lot of cards that you're able to spare, so Forbidden Droplet, being able to pitch those cards to the graveyard, allows you to really utilize this card to the fullest. And I do admit, if you have the Edging package over here, you're able to utilize this card just a little bit more. But in this version of the deck, you are still able to utilize this card through a great amount, so that's really good there. So this is going to be it for the main deck here. You are able to play this deck as a 42 card deck, which it is right now, or you're able to switch some stuff around to make it 40 cards, or if you want to add in the Edging package, you are able to do that as well. If you wanted to play the Edging package, for example, you would probably cut 1 of the Mirror Sword Knight because it's not your main normal. You obviously cut the 1 track, the 1 engraver, and you would probably maybe cut an Ash or something like that, and you probably get the deck to be around like 40, 44, 45 cards. So that's not terrible, but like I said, I don't find it to be all that worth it right now. Now to get into the extra deck over here. Playing the 1 Chimera, being able to rip a card out of your opponent's hand during the end phase. And also, while this card is in the graveyard, you're able to target a Beast, Fiend, or Illusion monster, reborn it back. Playing double copies of the Baphomet Fusion. This is the card that bridges you into your Fiendsmith cards as well, because you're able to dump any Beast, Fiend, or Illusion monster from your deck to the graveyard. So you would dump the Sinister Necrom and then banish the Sinister Necrom to activate his effect to summon the Adusted Gold. And the Adusted Gold goes into your Fiendsmith combo. So that's really good there. And also, you can probably consider maybe bumping this card up to 3, but with a card like Fiendsmith Sequence, you are able to recycle this card back into your extra deck as well. So that's not a lot to worry about when it comes to this card over here. And also, you're able to banish this card in order to target one of your banished Beast, Fiend, or Illusion monsters and bring it back to the board, including your Chimera over here, for example. So you can go chain 1, chain 2, bring this card back to make sure your negates with Cornfield Kodo and your Mirror Sword Knight are live, and you're able to get another card, whatever you're targeting off of this, which is probably maybe your Diabels or anything like that. So that's really good there. We're playing one of the OTK machine. This is, people still are caught a little bit off guard when it comes to this card, because once you slap this card on the board, and especially if they try to negate this as well, this is still Chimera the Flying Mythical Beast, so you're able to use your Cornfield Kodo and your Mirror Sword Knight to negate whatever they do to try to stop this, and you OTK your opponents, which is really good over here. We decided to bump up the Guardian Chimera to 2, with the Lacrima being banned and the Beatrice being banned as well. Might as well go back to playing double copies of Guardian Chimera, which is actually really good, because if you pop cards on your opponent's board on one turn, your opponent still tries to build somewhat of a board after that. Activate it again during your turn, and then you use it again to pop more cards on your opponent's field and draw more advantage as well. We played a 1 copy of the Predaplant Dragostapelia here, because this is kind of like your failsafe whenever your opponent tries to pop your your Chimera Fusion before they start building a board. So going into the Chimera, the Guardian Chimera would be kind of useless. So you probably go for this to be your failsafe if you have, or if you already established the Baphomet or the Chimera over here, and might as well get yourself in the gate as well, right? And then one of the most important cards in this strategy right now is the Magnum the Reliever, like Fiend Monster, so it synergizes with your Fiend-Smith strategy. But with this card over here, you're able to put back a fusion or polymerization back to the bottom of your deck to draw one, or whenever a card effect is activated, you're able to chain this, banish a polymerization or fusion card, and then I think target. What is this? Target. This card says one of the cards activated. Target a card, yes, and destroy it on board. So that's really good there. Playing the one Fiendsmith Desiree. This card doesn't really come up all that much, but when it does, it will be really good because you equip yourself the Fiendsmith sequence over here and get yourself 2 Omni Negates on the same time. So that's really good. Playing the one Necroquip, it helps you goes into your rank 6s a lot easier as well. And whenever you activate like a Cornfield Kodo while this card's on field, you get an extra draw as well. Your Fiendsmith links, you're playing 1 Requiem, 1 Sequence, 1 Closed Moon, if Closed Heaven if you get hand trapped to death, and then you still have 2 monsters on board. So you go into this, into your Requiem, and so on and so forth. And for the last 2 cards we're playing here, we're playing the 1 High King Caesar and the 1 Evil Sword Lars, being the Red Dragon Archfiend effect, Hot Red Dragon Archfiend effect, where you target a card on board and you negate it. So I believe this works the same as the Hot Red Dragon Archfiend. You would have to change something else. Yep, no, never mind. It does not work like that to negate like Dark Ruler no more, but it does work with anything else. So this is gonna be it for my deck profile here. Hope you guys enjoy it. And this is not exactly the finished product when it comes to the Fiendsmith Chimera strategy right now. We don't really know what the the established meta is right now. So this deck has room for improvement, room to change, like depending on what the meta is. If the best deck is not Snake Eyes or something like that, or if it's like something completely unexpected, we're able to change some stuff around, like our non-engine for sure, and to be able to fight back against the meta. So thank you so much for watching, guys, and have yourself a great rest of your day. Peace.